Hey, brothers, you're listening to Home Bar Happy Hour. We're talking about Atlantic City. We're talking about hot shits. And we're talking about football, baby. Yes, football is here, brother. Not quite, but it's getting there. Let's roll, America.
All right, let's roll. That is right, Mike. We are almost back in football time. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, brother. I got these, you got me on these Mountain Dew these hard Mountain Dews, man. Zero sugar.
Pretty
Man.
good, right?
Yeah, man. I got a 15 pack and figured, hey, man, just let it take me where it's going to take me today. See
Yeah.
what's up.
How you feeling? You like
But,
those, like that Baja Blast?
yeah. Oh, dude, I love Baja Blast. People who don't like Baja Blast kind of like, I'm like, ugh. Like, dude, it's like one of the best Mountain Dews out there. I'm so glad I decided to start bottling it. And on top of it, I'm glad that they came out with the zero sugar because I love a diet soda. I'm a diet soda guy. I hate sugar.
I'm a zero sugar guy for sure, and it is great to have yourself just a nice Mountain Dew, guilt free. That's what they should call them, guilt free Mountain Dews, guilt free dews. But hey, so you went to Atlantic City this weekend, Mike. What type of shenanigans did you get into over the weekend?
Meech and I got into some. Well, we didn't get into too many shenanigans, but we did have a blast. It was over the week here. He invited me down. He caught me my rooms because he got like they're always down there at the Borgata, the MGM
nice.
Borgata.
Yeah, Borgata's nice.
If you go to Atlantic City, stay at Borgata. That is the best place. They got so many restaurants, shopping areas, gambling everywhere. Like everything is just nice. The room was nice. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful place. They have like 5 different pools. 2 or 3 of them are adults only, so that's great. No little rugrats running around.
Yeah, and, the Borgata's sick.
It was just an awesome time, man. I had a great time. I turned $100 into like 860.
Nice, that's pretty good.
I love roulette, man.
A roulette guy. How do you do roulette? What's your strategy?
I have no strategy. I kind of like was talking to Ransom about this, and I said that it was like when I look at roulette like it's like when I see the board, I need to be in the center of the board. So good thing that they have like actual like virtual ones where you have like two wheels going and you have like two boards right there on your screen and you can like screen. You know what I mean? It's like it's pretty. And then they got like the big, massive boards right in front of you. Yeah. I like that. That's pretty cool. Yeah. So what was it? Oh, I cleaned house on the first table. My plan and my strategy is I kind of just go with. It's like seeing. I see like statistics. Like statistically, if the board's all red, like statistically you're going to hit black. So like if I'm like down a lot, I'm just going to be like I'm going to split these 2 in half, and I want to put 1 on black to get at least some back, and then I'll play like the outsides. I'll play like the outside minimum bets, and then just try and get my money back, and then I start playing in the center. Like I look at the numbers, see what high numbers. If the high numbers are up a lot, I'll go with more in the middle or on the left to low numbers. And I typically split. I always split or I play all 4 boxes. That's kind of how I do it. Most of the time, dude, I'm just like, whatever, man. I'm here to have fun, bro. I'm like always dropping chips everywhere, man. I don't give a shit. You're going to hit something. Like everybody's like, dude, like everybody at the table's like, how are you doing this? I was like, dude, I don't know. I'm like, dude, it's just luck. It really is just luck. And I just look at the board and I see what's on the board and I'm like, everybody's trying. Here's the problem. I'm trying to have fun. I think that's the problem, is that I'm trying to have fun and trying to make a couple bucks and then just turning that money over just to have fun. Like, I'm here to have fun. I'm not here to be a millionaire. Everybody else next to me is trying to be a millionaire. That's why they're struggling, because they're, you know what I mean? They're holding on to their chips.
Try not to lose money. And I can get that. Yeah. I can appreciate that. I'll tell you though, Mike, those boards, those are the trickiest thing, they'll get you because talk about statistically, it is 48% that you're going to hit a red or a black, and then it's 2% you're going to hit a double zero. But but every every run of the ring is a new one. I'll tell you about a method that I use at the table. It's called the mark.
Hold on, before you get to that.
Yeah.
I played. That's all I do. I don't play blackjack, poker, or anything. I mean, I know how to play. It's just that I don't want to play. I don't have fun when I do it. Everybody's just so stingy, and the casinos will fucking wipe you out.
They sure will.
So that's why I like going to roulette, just to have fun and stuff like that. Anyways, the first time I never seen it. I never seen a single zero or a double zero get hit. I saw a single zero hit.
Yeah.
Nobody bets on it. Nobody bets on them.
Yeah, nobody bets on it because you have a 2% chance of hitting. You should never bet on it.
But dude, could you imagine? I mean, this is early. Could you imagine? But dude, just playing a couple bucks on a zero or a double zero, dude. What? I don't even know what the payout is for that.
14-1, something like that. How many numbers are on a roulette table? I'm not a super big gambler. I know a little bit about roulette. I got into that just for a little bit.
Maybe one of our listeners can comment on this. I don't know.
Yeah. Let us know the roulette. But let me tell you about the martingale method. So how this works, basically, so if for the same color or even odds, whatever, to have that hit 7 times in a row is like a 1.2% chance of that happening, right? So what you got to do if you want to make $100, you need to go in there with about 1,000 and you bet in like $10 increments and you just bet the same color every time. But here's what you do. So if you win, so you take $10, you put it down on, let's say evens. So you put $10 on evens. If you win, you've doubled that, right? Now you got $20. Go again, double that, you got $30. Now you lose, you need to bet again on the exact same thing on the evens, but you need to double your money. So if you did 10, you got to bet 20 this time. If you lose that, now you got to bet 40. Lose that, you got to get 80. The reason you're doing that is because when it does finally hit that, you're not only getting that $10 that you're betting in, but you're also making back all your losses. Now, it's also a huge risk, right? Because you're doubling up. You got $10, 20, 40, 80, 160, 320, right? So I mean, it's getting exponential, and it is only like a 1% something chance. Maybe it's a little higher. Maybe it's like 2 or 3% for it to hit 7 in a row. But if you got to think about hitting 7 in a row, how many roulette tables are in that casino? How many times are they spinning an hour? Like, for it to hit 7 in a row, it happens all the time. It's gonna happen. Eventually, you're gonna lose your house.
Well, from what I heard, what was it? So I got down there on Tuesday, and then I was up. I got there. Well, we went to the MGM Sports Bet Bar. That was pretty cool. It was just that I felt like they needed to update that. We'll get into that later. But after everybody went, I was just like, that's what I went over to play some roulette, and that's where it started. I took $100 bill, threw it down, and then I turned it into like, I don't know, 180, something like that. Nothing crazy, but I was up till like 3 o'clock in the morning. I was drunk. They kept on bringing me Miller Lights. I'm like, oh yeah, let's keep rolling. The minimum bet was 15.
Okay, that's not bad.
Then I went back the next night on Wednesday night, and the minimum bet was still 15 on that same board. And I was there. That's where I turned 180 into, I think, like 5 something. I don't know. I was fucking. It was close to 600. I'll tell you that right now, because I was cleaning that up. And I was up till like, again, 3 o'clock in the morning. But it was funny because after I like pulled away because they kept on changing, like it just got so weird because like I hate when people are like not playing and are standing like right in your bubble. Like get the fuck back, man. And then on top of it, there were like 2 pit bosses there, and then they were constantly changing the guy. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like I'm not here cleaning a house with like 10, 20, 30 grand. You know what I mean? Like, it just got really fucking weird. And then as soon as I got that last one, I was like, all right, I'm taking it. I was like, can you change me down? And then I took my chips, walked away. I walked over to the middle bar. I saw the one dude. He was in our party. His name's Scott. He's up there. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy still doing up? I thought I was like the last one because everybody was just fucking hammered from. We went to dinner and stuff, and then like I went over and talked to him, and then after we had like one more beer, and then I woke up in the morning. I was hurting.
Yeah.
I was like, and then I forgot I was like, oh shit, like my fucking card. And I'm like, I was like, well, it's not here, so if it ain't down there, I got worried because I got like one of those micro wallets, you know what I mean, where you put everything in there and it like stretches it, keeps it really thin, like it's got like the carbon fiber outside money clip. And I was afraid that I pulled out my room key in the elevator or something like that, and my card fell out too.
Ooh.
But good thing I went down there. I was down there in the security booth, so I was like, oh, thank God. Then I went to the pool, hung out at the pool, went to dinner, then came back, went to the MGM's, back to the sports book, got hammered there. Then I went back to that same table. Dude, they fucking boosted that table up from a $15 minimum bet to a $50 minimum bet. Nobody was at the table. So I was like, you motherfuckers. So I went to the other, I was like walking around trying to find, they had another roulette table on the opposite side of the walkway there. So, but it was packed. So I was trying to look around for another roulette table, and there was none. They only had two. So I went to that. Everybody was at that $15 minimum bet table. So I was like, "Fuck this." So I took the $100 that I already had, pocketed it. I took all my winnings and I put it right into one of those virtual roulettes, and that's where I ended up taking it. Got another like $260, $70, something like that, close to $300. It was like around like I came away with like $860. So. Total. So, I mean, like, you know what I mean? It paid for my bar tabs, my food, all that shit. So, fuck, I broke even. So, what's the big fucking problem?
Yeah.
Motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, as long as you're breaking even. Let me ask you one more gambling question. Have you ever heard of a man named Ashley Ravel?
No.
So, Ashley Ravel, he was a British fella. He was 32 years old in 2004. He took everything he owned. He sold all of his clothes. He sold all of his vehicles, sold his house, actually, I don't think he owned a house, but everything he had in his life, $135,000. Oh. He took it all to Vegas and made one bet on roulette. And he ended up winning, but he took everything he owned, put it on, I think he put it on red. And it ended up hitting, and everyone, was freaking out. It was a big thing. Like, the news came down, they saw him make the bet, and he won the bet. And then he took his, $270,000 and was like, all right, I'm never betting again. That was the only time he's ever gambled. He's never gambled before in his life. Never gambled after that.
I remember the story. I didn't remember the name.
Yeah.
I also remember the guy who hit the lottery. He won he became a millionaire overnight, and he went out. He just. He left it. This isn't funny, but whatever. The dude fucking, as soon as he won, he didn't tell anybody. He just left his wife. Like, they didn't have any kids. Left his wife, or broke off the engagement. Left his family. Went out, like, just left high and dry. Like, he said, I'm fucking out. Went to Vegas. He bought like a big fucking goddamn mansion out there. He bought like a fucking, I don't know, a shit ton of coke. And he went to, and then he went and got like a shit ton of hookers, and he died. He died from a cocaine overdose with like 15 hookers in his fucking living room at this big mansion. What the next day?
Oh man! So he was.
I'm like, what?
Was he trying?
Yo, man.
Was he trying to die?
Go out. I guess that's the way to go out. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, it's like a Leaving Las Vegas situation. Did you ever see that with Cage?
What's that? Snake Eyes?
No, Leaving Las Vegas. Did you ever see that with Nick Cage? He won an Oscar for that movie. Oh yeah, he's just like a super duper drunk and decides he's going to go to Vegas and drink himself to death. And that's basically what he does. He goes out there and drinks until he dies.
You know what's what was one thing with casinos, and it's just not just with casinos, but like any type of like resort or stuff like that when you have like a shit ton of people. So we're like out there at these pool parties, right? And it's like I've seen pools, like, not just public pools, but like resort pools that are just like packed with fucking people. Like, when you go out to Vegas and these fucking pools are just like packed with like thousands of fucking people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, ugh. I mean, like the pool area, the one pool that we were at was kind of busy. I mean, people were in there. It wasn't packed. I mean, it was like a Wednesday and a Thursday, so it wasn't a big fucking deal.
Oh yeah.
But people were in there. And it's just like, dude, there's so many people in this pool. And I remember Meech was like, he did not want to get into the pool. He's all like, the one dude went like into the water, and he's like, ew. And I know where he's coming from, dude, because I'm like, I like a crystal clear pool.
Yeah, they put so many chemicals in those things, though. I mean,
it kills everything. Dude, if you had athlete's foot going in there, man, all that shit was fucking dead. It's like stepping in the fucking pool at fucking Chernobyl.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I mean, I didn't give a shit. I'm not going anywhere, below my waist. Like, fuck that. Like, keep all the monsters. It kind of makes me feel like when fucking Kramer, he didn't want to get a fucking bath. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like, all my monsters are having sex with each other.
Yeah, just bathing in your own filth. That's really what it is.
What's your opinion of public pools, man?
I don't have a problem with public pools, man. They don't bug me too much. I love a good pool party, especially Vegas. I mean, you got to in Vegas, right? It's so hot out there. You gotta get yourself some way to cool off, and they put so much chemicals in it.
I'm going out there the second weekend in October, so
right. Yeah. See, I mean, hit up a pool party, have a blast. Just take a shower afterwards. I don't.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm not going fucking anywhere without taking a shower after a pool.
Yeah, I'm not gonna spend all day in a pool and then not get in a shower after that.
Unless you're in your own private pool where nobody's in there and it's like really clean, like my pool. Like
sure, it's a little different.
Yeah, it's crystal clear. Dude, when I had like the whole family here in the pool, I'm not gonna lie, I felt kind of grossed out a little bit.
Really, just your family?
Yeah, because it was just like all those juices and organisms and people's assholes. Who knows? Because I don't know how many people actually wipe their fucking ass before getting into the pool with fucking wet wipes.
Oh, I hope
so. All that leftover shit that's in your asshole from the toilet paper. Because toilet paper doesn't fucking catch you, but people picking their assholes are for a reason, because like their toilet paper is like was that like 2-ply, 1-ply from prison?
Well, I mean,
General 1-plies.
Yeah, I think 2-ply is pretty standard in all major grocery stores now. 1-ply is what you're getting at a prison or something. But I mean, as long as you don't have inmates swimming in your pool, or in the army. Yeah, don't let those people swim in your pool either. That's all you got to do.
Fucking wiping your ass with a fucking piece of sandpaper.
Yeah, pretty much.
But public pools. I'm just like I'm very like I'll get in, but I'm like I'll stand next to the jets.
Yeah,
right,
just
like all the filtered waters come through. Yeah, and I'm not going underneath. Like I'll go into the water underneath the water here at my pool, or at like somebody else's pool where there's only like a couple people in it. But man, when it's like packed, everybody's drinking, and you don't see a single fucking person leaving the pool. Like those motherfuckers are taking a piss in your fucking pool.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's probably happening. Yeah, it doesn't bug me that much, like hotel pools and stuff like that. It is what it is. Like I said, you got to shower, but I mean, it's either be outside of a pool and be hot and sweaty and gross, or be in the pool and be nice and cool, and you're covered in chemicals more than anything else. Just take a shower after.
What about like public bathrooms? How are you with like public bathroom, like taking a shit?
Mike, I'm not a prude. If I gotta go, I gotta go. I took a dump this morning at a I don't know why I can't think of the word, at a rest stop on my way to New York. and didn't bother me one bit. You just got to do what you got to do. Public bathroom stuff doesn't bug me too much.
Well, one, if you got to go, like they said in Jurassic Park, you got to go.
You got to go.
So I'm like, but man, I'm like, if I can, I'm gonna try and if I'm like so I don't like going to places like people's houses, like say my sisters or my brothers or something like that. That's not true. I'll shit at my brother's house, but like my sisters, like it's just like really clean and stuff like that, and I just feel bad, and like I just feel bad blowing up somebody's bathroom, unless it's a guy's house. It's like a different. If it's a guy's house, it's a guy's house. My sister's house, I mean, like my brother-in-law and I we're close, but like it's my sister's. Like, you know what I mean? Like I know what she does there. You know what I mean? She keeps it really fucking clean. And I know if I go in there and I destroy and leave devil teardrops on the fucking back end of the toilet, and I don't clean it, she's gonna never let me fucking live it down. And so
you gotta. I mean,
but like,
yeah, if it's really that,
I like to go back to my own toilet. I like my own throne. I like my throne. I like my Kirkland fucking toilet paper. I like my Kirkland fucking flushable baby wipes. My ass is clean. I just I hate like wiping my ass with toilet paper, not knowing that my butthole is still fucking. Because you can still like get that swamp ass. You know what I mean? Especially here in the summertime when it's hot out. I don't know. That's just me. I like a clean. I like a clean booty hole.
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, we have bidets installed on all our bathrooms, and that's great. I love that.
Oh but yeah, I saw your bathroom, that fucking bidet.
Yeah, it's nice, man. Get you all clean. But if you're at someone's house, that's what a bathroom is for. Do what you got to do. And if it looks a little grody afterwards, if it really is a clean house and a clean bathroom, then just go ahead and grab the toilet brush next to it. Give it a little scrub, flush that bad boy off, put it back in there. No one needs to know. Do yourself a favor, clean up after yourself.
That's the problem. Is that when people come to my house, I look down there and I'm like, Jesus Christ, who the fuck took a shit here? A dragon? What the fuck? I'm like, Jesus Christ. I shouldn't say this. I'm going to say a family member took a shit and nearly destroyed my plumbing. Like, I thought I was going to have to replace my toilet and everything. Like, I woke up and I'm like, oh, God, what is that? And it was like, it smelled like one of those. You ever get, somebody takes a shit, and it's like one of those shits. Somebody who, an older person that smokes the cigarettes, it's always like the cigarette smoker, too, where they take a shit, and it just smells like that black shit. Like that it just clings to the fucking walls. Like, the scent just clings to the walls. Like, I don't know. I'm just like, it's the mark of the beast. That's how I look at it. I'm like, it's the mark of the beast. I'm like, oh, it's fucking it's egregious. I'm like, oh God, and then you have family members who like to smoke while they're taking a shit. Like, ooh, what the fuck?
Not in a house. Yeah, that's reserved for porta potties.
Window and take a shit. I'm like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck is going on? This ain't no fucking VFW.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, so talking about shit, taking shits and stuff like that, there's a fucking weird topic to talk about. But Joe, best shit words. I'm gonna have to tell you my favorite two: rat shit and dog shit. And it's just for me, it just describes food that people make. Like when we were in the army, you go in there and it's chow time, and then you're going in there and I'm like, what the fuck what is this? And what is this? And you sit down and it's like, this food tastes like fucking straight dog shit. Or and then rat shit takes it to another fucking level. You know what I mean? Those are my freaking fucking dog shit. You remember the food that we fucking ate, man?
Oh yeah.
Those MREs, they're so fucking bad for you, man. But when you're hungry, you gotta fucking eat something, man.
I don't think I've had an MRE since basic training. Like that, they are maybe AIT, they give it to you there too. But after that, I can go quite a while without eating. Even when we were in Afghanistan, we were on missions or whatever. I didn't eat it. I didn't touch an MRE. Even any schools we went to, If that's all there was for a lunch or something, I just waited for dinner. Like I'm not hitting that stuff up. It's really, it's less about the taste. I mean, none of them tasted great.
It's more about the caloric intake.
Yeah, it was like 2,000 calories, which is fine when you're in basic training and you're, expelling 6,000 calories a day, right? But any other time, man, like you don't need that much stuff inside you. Really clogs you up.
I remember when 2003, when I was in Iraq. Now, give or take, in Iraq, we were just 2003. We were just straight line haul, like tractor trailers.
Yeah.
Just for the audience, I seen dudes eat like on mission 3 fucking MREs and we were only out for like 8 to 9 hours. Sometimes we're out for a little bit longer, but still, like, you're eating, like, back then, like, you can eat anywhere. And we were pulling up the side of the road at the Chicken Shack. That's what we call it in Kuwait. We start off at the ports in Kuwait, and then before you get hot chow, and then go to the ports in Kuwait, and that's when the dudes would start eating, man. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? You're not moving. You're sitting in a truck for like 8 to 10 hours. Like, I mean, and you know what I mean? And then, like, then we get to a spot, you get, like, hot chow and stuff like that. But, dude, like, 3 to 4 fucking MREs just sitting in a truck. And I'm like, oh, my God.
Yeah,
and then with that,
much.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, at that time, I was only, like, 19 years old. So I was, a youngin'. And I could, like, I could eat a couple, which, didn't really affect me back then, being young.
Yeah.
But definitely not like 3 or 4 while being in the truck. Maybe like one or two. But I definitely ate a lot of MREs back then when I was young. Now, when we were in Afghanistan and I was 27, 28 years old, I maybe have touched 2 fucking MREs, and I only ate the main thing, like the main course out of it. I didn't eat the whole fucking thing. And we were out on the road for like fucking like close to like 13, 14 hours. I just refused to fucking eat an MRE. Yeah. If anything, I was going to eat like the crackers just to take up like, you know what I mean, something in my stomach instead of starving myself, because it's pretty much what you're doing. I'd rather just go to the next base that we're going to be at to finish our leg and just get like cold cuts or cereal or something like that, whatever they had in the chow hall at the time, because we're, you know what I mean, running 24/7. But that was like my thing. But yeah, dude. But at drill weekends, like training and stuff like that, when they're feeding you like chow, like it's always like, I remember coming in. It all depends on who the cook is that you have. We had a really good fucking cook there for a little bit, and he took care of us. And he added his own. He knew how to cook. And then you have like people who just don't know how to fucking cook and are cooks because they just don't give a fuck, and that's what they joined the military for. And like they got like this. I don't know what that spinach was that they gave us, but it wasn't spinach. It looked like spinach, but it was like, I'm like, where was this grown at? In a fucking nuclear lab? Like, what the fuck? Like, even the lettuce just tastes like garbage.
Yeah,
like dog shit.
Yeah, it's definitely not the freshest stuff that's coming out of there for sure. They're getting, whatever in giant bulks, and they're probably not refrigerating it properly.
Yeah, no, it was like it's like the cheapest of the cheap. And it's all like fucking filled with preservatives and fucking, GMOs, anything. It's like the cheapest shit. Yeah. And we're just going to pump their fucking systems full of this fucking garbage. That's why I never had a fucking issue with taking any type of vaccine, because my body's pretty much like fucking probably it's full of GMOs and nuclear radiation and God knows what the fuck else.
Yeah, you already got enough stuff.
I'm like, whatever, man. But, yeah, let's continue here. Football is back. And how are you feeling about the Birds, man? You feeling good? I mean...
Yeah, I'm the worst with, like, off season. I don't follow anything. I'm always feeling good, right? Happy to be back into it. Happy for football to start. Excited. What is it, 2 weeks now? Not this Friday, but next Friday is the first game, or is it 2 Fridays from now?
September 6th.
September 6th, yeah.
In Brazil.
In Brazil, yep. Hopefully no one gets shot. But yeah, I'm excited to be back. I think we still have a good team. Who all we pick
Good
up
team.
in the
Yeah,
offseason,
I mean,
Mike?
on paper, we have a great, like a stellar, great team.
Yeah.
On paper, it's all about what's put out on the field. So,
yeah, for sure.
And then we got to deal with injuries because somebody's gonna get fucking injured.
Well,
it happens to every team every year.
It's a tough sport,
Yeah, but it's not tough anymore. What the fuck?
Not tough anymore. You're still running into dudes that are 300 pounds trying to take you out.
Bro, dude, it ain't like the fucking 90s and 2000s, man.
Well, I mean, they're not wearing leather helmets either. It doesn't mean it's not a tough sport.
They didn't wear leather helmets back then.
No, that's what I'm saying. You're saying it's not like the 90s. Yeah, it's not like the 40s either, but it's still tough.
Yeah, well, I'm talking. Yeah, I mean, like football is. When I grew up, when I played, it was contact sport. Now they changed the fucking rules and shit, and you go like this to the fucking quarterback, and it's like fucking but they never fucking put it on Jalen Hurts, so whatever. We're gonna save all these discussions for later here in the fall.
Got to protect that quarterback, man. He's the moneymaker.
Yeah, well, it would be nice if they would protect fucking Jalen too.
That would be nice. It'd be nice if he got a little more protection for sure.
Actually, to tell you the truth, it'd be nice for the fucking coaches to protect him too. I swear to fucking God, if I see all these fucking quarterback draw plays for Jalen Hurts, I'm gonna blow a gasket.
I mean, they're gonna happen. That's why he's so effective, is because he can make something out of nothing. You look at
it doesn't matter. Like, you don't have to make anything out of nothing. You have all these stellar players. You have like AJ Brown. You got fucking Saquon Barkley in the backfield. You got fucking Dallas Goedert. You got Devontae Smith. Like, you got plenty of fucking weapons. Like,
you sure do. But I mean, do you remember the beginning of our season last year? Where we were, we went, what, 8-1, 9-1, but all of our wins looked terrible.
Last year was fucking straight trash because the fucking coaches sucked.
It was rough for the coaches.
Because they fucking sucked. Yeah. There were position coaches that should have never been fucking hired to coordinators. They should have just stayed at position coaches. But we have a lot better coordinators now. We got Vic Fangio at defensive coordinator. That dude's gonna light it up. Yeah. And then we got fucking Kellen Moore, who, I mean, first off, my distaste for him being a fucking ex-Cowboy. Second, that's just like, and I feel like he's an average coordinator, but like an average, above average coordinator. He's not a stellar offensive coordinator, but he's there with Nick Sirianni, and he's got like a fucking an elite offensive. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. Like, as long as he's not putting Jalen Hurts in there. And we still got fucking Jeff Stoutman as our fucking offensive line coach. So, I mean, just because we lose Jason Kelce doesn't mean, all shit's gonna, fall apart.
Yeah, we still got a good offensive line. We still got, some guys up there I think will.
Yeah. But more recently here, Nick Foles retiring as an Eagle. I love it.
I like that.
I love it.
Yeah, it's good for him, man. I'm glad he was able to do that, get that worked out, and that's definitely where he should retire. And hopefully he enjoys years of whatever it is he's going to do. He'll probably pick up like a commentating job for Fox Sport 1 or something. I bet he'll do like
he's definitely going to be given a commentating job on fucking like at Xfinity on NBC Sports Philly. Like,
yeah, that's what I mean. So one of the local stations, something like that, will pay. Hey, maybe we'll come to 94.1 WIP. That would be nice. Get him on there.
Like something like. I'd like to see him like take over. How do you feel about Ross Tucker?
I don't know who that is.
Ross Tucker. He's the NFL. He's the guy who commentates for us for the preseason and shit like that. He's also on the radio. I think he was like one of our ex-punters or ex-kickers way back in the day.
Yeah. I don't know.
He's all right.
All I know is like Merrill Reese, right? That's the one I know of it. But he's getting up there, right? He's about 200 years old, so he's going to be retiring someday.
Oh, you mean like an actual in-game guy, like a radio, like commentate, like in the box, like for the Philly, or like.
Well,
in the box.
I mean, that's just, I'm just naming the only person I know. But I mean, anything that Nick Foles could do. I mean, there's tons of jobs he could. I'm sure he'll pick up something. Does he live in Philly? Does he live in the city?
I'm not sure. I don't know where but he should definitely put up some bones. He definitely should put up some bones in Philly.
Yeah.
There's a lot of other guys too that I mean, you got like Jason Kelsey right off the top of my mind. That could be an awesome, like, you know, take over for Merrill Reese.
Yeah.
Whenever Merrill Reese does retire.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll retire. I think he's gonna die at the table announcing a Eagles game.
If I'm Merrill, he's just kind of getting on my own because when you're listening to the radio and you're listening to the game and you're like, you're hitting like 88 miles an hour and you're seeing shit happening. You're like hitting the fucking future button on the DeLorean. And you're trying to get home to the fucking game. You know, back when we had training and it's like Sunday and you know, our dickhead sergeant wouldn't fucking let us go and no fucking football. You get out there and you fucking do CTI, CTT. You know, better pull, you check you know, all that crazy shit. Like you gotta do all that asphalt needs to be fucking repaved over, spit on it and rub it. It's hot enough to get that fucking sealed. You know what it's like.
I know what it's like, yeah.
And even me being a fucking staff sergeant, like, what the fuck? Anyways, but that's another episode. But like just racing to get fucking home or get there, change, and then hit to the fucking bar and watch the fucking game. At least hit halftime for like a 4:30 start.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just rip it. Fucking cold beer. Yeah. That's what I would do. I'd just get there and just start pounding fucking beer, man.
Well, yeah, you're dying to get home, done for the weekend.
I'm done for the weekend, man. I'm calling off work the next day. I'm getting ready to get fucked up, man.
Yeah.
But speaking of ex-Eagles quarterbacks, Sam Darnold is still in the league.
He's what?
Sam Darnold is still in the league.
Is he?
He's the fucking quarterback for the Vikings.
Oh, good for him.
Dude, talk about a fucking guy who has worked the NFL over more than a fucking a Saigon fucking hooker during Vietnam.
Oh,
dude, this dude, he barely did anything. He's played his position when he's needed to, but he sucks at it. And for some fucking reason, franchises, including Philly, keep fucking giving him a job, and they keep paying him millions of dollars. It's insane. This dude is one of the genius thieves of the modern day. Like, he's made a fortune. And he's barely been injured. It just blows my mind.
He's injured?
No, he's not injured. I'm saying he's been injured in the past.
Oh, okay. All right. So, yeah, I'm reading now. So he's replacing J.J. McCarthy, who will not be starting his rookie season. All right. So Sam Darnold, starting quarterback. Good for him. Hey, maybe he'll pull something together. You know, that old Tom Brady, he really came out of nowhere and had quite the career.
Dude, this watermelon Mountain Dew is pretty fucking banging.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? You get a little nice and refreshing on a summer day.
So, let's see here. We're going to start, before we close out here, so we were talking about, we're going to go back to talking about hot shits. This is not a dog shit or rat shit. But could you imagine this fucking dude, he's like, I shit my pants during a job interview last week. And I'm like thinking to myself, when I read the title, I was like, you went to a job interview? No, this is a virtual. So we're,
Oh, this was online? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like one of the virtual ones. So let me get down here close. He says, it sounds unbelievable, but that's exactly what happened. Just before the interview, I'm going to read the story here. I got to block you. I got to bring you out of the... Just before the interview, I felt an urgent need to use the bathroom, but hoped I could get through the whole 10 minutes before the interview. I was mistaken. I had a severe stomach issue. Oof. Maybe eat some Chinese. and ended up having a bowel movement right before the interview. I cleaned myself up quickly and joined the call, but I was still dealing with the aftermath. During the interview with the COO, I could hear my stomach making loud noises, and I was sweating. I was sweating from the discomfort. Oof, that's got to be painful, man. Yeah. I hoped it would end quickly, but the COO kept on asking questions. Eventually, I couldn't hold it any longer, and I shit myself during the interview. Despite the unfortunate situation, the COO said I was great for the position and offered me the job with a three times higher salary than my previous one, along with excellent benefits. I didn't know whether to laugh or cry at that point. I ended the call, had to replace my chair, and will likely share this story with my grandchildren in the future. If it was a horrible experience, but ended with an incredible outcome. Good for him, man. Dude, that's what you call sacrifice right there to get the fucking job done. You shit his fucking pants, dude. That's wild.
That's tenacity, man. You got to stick with it. You know, sometimes things happen, and sometimes you just got to keep rolling it. Thankfully, you know, it was a virtual interview. You're not hiding that in an in-person interview, that's for sure. But in a, you know, virtual setting, sometimes you got to do what you got to do, and you know, you're having a rough one. He made the right decision, because your alternative is to be like, hey, I'm real sorry, guys, I got to run to the bathroom. Don't do that, because then there's no way he would have got the job if that's what would have happened. So
actually,
I think,
to tell you the truth, once you start that employment, that's what I would go and tell the COO. I was like, now that I'm an employee here, I have to let you know the sacrifice that I made during this interview that I'm going to bring to this company. Is that I shit my pants while you were asking me this question, and that COO was going to be like, that's a good fucking hire, man.
I would not
He's
tell
be so
a
happy
soul. If that was me, I wouldn't tell anyone. I would take that.
Tell the COO that you shit your fucking pants during the interview because you don't want to leave the fucking interview because you want to ask questions. Dude, you're dedicated, man. You're the guy. Dedicated.
No, you're the guy that crapped his pants during an interview. You're the guy that had too much Taco Bell before he started an interview. There's no way.
Maybe he drank like the night before 30 fucking beers.
Maybe
celebrating his fucking with the boys the boys.
Yeah, and that's not something you want to tell your COO either. No way.
I mean, not that, but I mean, like, come on, man. You can't tell me like, oh, you know, I don't know. That's just my opinion. Or maybe you could let it, you know, go like a couple years and be like, hey, you remember, you know, you're doing an awesome fucking job and stuff like that, and you're out there with the COO and your boss, and you're like talking to him at a bar, you're having, you know, a couple cold ones, and he'd be like, hey, you know, remember when you, he's like congratulating you, thank you for all this stuff, and it's like off the beat, you know what I mean? You're not in the office, you're out the bar, and then like you talk to him, it's like, when you hired me, I had a stomach issue, and like halfway when you were asking me questions, you kept asking me questions, I shit my pants. But I didn't want to go to the bathroom and break this off because I'm dedicated. Dude, that would be that boss is going to go fucking nuts laughing.
But maybe.
Unless he's a fucking dork.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much time you've spent in corporate America. A lot of them are dorks. I would take that to my grave for sure. I definitely wouldn't tell the internet about it like this fella did, but I'm sure he kept himself anonymous.
He kept himself anonymous. Yeah. Here's another anonymous one. Am I the asshole for clarifying via social media post that my wife's baby was the product of her illicit affairs?
Yeah, I read through this one. I don't think you need to read the whole one.
I'm not reading that fucking goddamn book.
Yeah, it's pretty long, and the title says it all, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if someone is an asshole or not for this specific situation. I mean, obviously, the fella's wife was a cheater, but, you know, also, like, I don't know, man. Social media is so weird. And I hate like seeing people's drama on social media and he's just bringing it up. Like, bro, keep that stuff between, you and the divorce lawyers. That's who needs to know about it. Not all of your friends and your Aunt Ellen and your, Uncle
Yeah.
Jimmy. They don't need to know about everything going on through Facebook.
I mean, like, that's like it's not even just a gender thing. Like, that should be like girls, women, and men. Like,
yeah, no,
I mean, know about this fucking shit show going on in your fucking life.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think this guy's an asshole for doing it, but I think he's being a little liberal with social media. Nobody wants to log on to, I digress. I'm sure a lot of people love getting on Facebook and seeing the drama and but I hate it, man. Just like Facebook is not a place for you to air your grievances. Show me pictures of your wedding and your vacation and then move on. That's all I need.
Yeah. That's all I need too, man. Just show me, like, I don't. Yeah, but boy, man, these fucking Mountain Dews are really fucking it. Yeah. They're definitely not. These are definitely not dog shit fucking drinks.
Yeah,
this watermelon's fucking good, man. But
they go down easy.
Am I the asshole? No, you're not. I mean, you were cheated on, but you definitely shouldn't be. That's the thing. Like, I hate when people have to post everything that's going on in their fucking lives. Like, nobody gives a fuck. That's like I mean, how old are these fucking people? Oh, they're almost like fucking 50 years old.
Yeah, 49 and 45. Yeah, I mean,
see, dude,
grow up a little bit.
This is why they should grow up. Well, it's a little bit past that for them.
Yeah.
They're that's where you're like stuck in your ways.
Yeah.
Dude. People shouldn't be fucking posting their shit on there. I can get it when you're in your 20s and stuff like that because that's how I was with Facebook when it was supposed to be just for collegiate people, and like everyone was like, "Hey man, this is what I was doing today. Oh, I want to hang out with this fucking guy. He's fucking awesome and stuff like that." It was secluded just for your campus.
Yeah, back when it was about Facebook.
Yeah. And then now it's just like somebody fucking from Indonesia or fucking Pakistan can fucking see your shit. Like the whole world is linked together, and the
whole world is linked.
Like, I don't give a fuck about all your shit, and it's just like because. Yeah, dude. The only thing I care about is for subscribers. That's what we care about.
That's it. That's the only.
And we do our best. And we do our best not to infuriate or piss anybody off or whatever. But if you are pissed off or if you're flicking your bean and you're too sensitive, tough shit. I don't give a fuck because we are because Joe and I, we're fucking assholes, man, and. We're really nice on this, so
we're doing our best for sure.
Joe. These fucking Mountain Dews, man, they're really ripping. Also, if you're visiting somebody's fucking house, don't touch their fucking shit. I had a personal experience. I'm not gonna put it on there. I flipped fucking shit. Don't touch people's shit when you're a visitor in their house.
All right.
I want to leave that at that. That's why I'm ripping through these fucking. This is the first time I drank in like over a fucking week, so I'm like fucking. I'm hitting it tonight.
All right. Well, we'll leave it at that. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we will see you next week.
Yes. And make sure you fucking follow us on fucking social media. I'm tired of fucking sticking my neck out. That ain't no fucking big deal. Come on fucking social media, man. We'll get it over here.
We're having a good one.
Fucking great, bro.
All right. See you guys.